Okay, map 2. And let's start by alerting these guys and then running away. So, you can do a little bit of infighting over there. This map is not too punishing with health and armor and ammunition. But the thing is, like, if you go guns blazing all the time, the last half or the last third of this map might be, like, almost impossible. So you might very well run out of stuff, especially on ultra violence. And especially if you don't have, like, good strategies. So, we're gonna do a little bit of conservative playing style at the start so that the last portions will be easier. So, oh, you guys die somewhere over there. This map, by the way, one thing that really ramps up the difficulty in this map is that there will be quite a few archviles, and they are very well placed. So I always try to be careful where do I leave corpses. So, you die, and there will be 4 gunners over there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. Okay, let's get that, and then go up there. Actually, I might kill this guy. He probably won't bite me when I teleport back there, but you never know. So, these 2 guys are guarding Thud the shotgun. Yes. So, now we can leave. Over here, and 2 gunners over here, so 1 and 2. I really like that I can drop them immediately. The thing is, like, if they start shooting at me right now from behind, that's super lame. So, yeah. You guys definitely should die somewhere over there. So, there will be an archvile over here. I don't want any corpses over here. So, no corpses over here. This area is actually the other way around. I don't care what happens over here, because these guys might get revived. Maybe, maybe not, but it's sort of like a... Usually there is not too much what I can do, and even if both of those Hell Knights get revived, it's like, okay, that's kinda lame, but we are so far into the map already that it really doesn't do much of difference. I'm actually gonna get a little bit of more shotgun shells. Yeah. And once again, conservative playing style. I'm not gonna grab that for quite some time. But if you go close to it, you open that. And 2 pinkies, but the first one only gets alerted. This guy, or this lady, at least you're not gonna leave corpsed, so that's cool. And then the second pinky over here. And the first archvile, so this guy's definitely the easiest one to predict, because he always runs the same route, starting from there and coming over here. So as long as there is not, like, corpses directly in this path, he's not gonna do anything. By the way, if you want that, you can just get these. You need a yellow key, but I have already yellow key. So, you can actually die anywhere you like over here. So, there will not be an archvile at this section. So, you're not gonna do anything. Let's go continue over here. I am actually gonna just keep going, even though my health is not amazing. It's not terrible either, but yeah. These imps has to go or have to go, and that Hell Knight, he promises to behave nicely. And now, Revenants, you don't do any funny business. There are only these two guys, but yeah. Or well, of course, there are more Revenants, but I meant in this area. And this guy doesn't do that much, but it's kind of thing that he can see me quite a few times during this map. And now he's dead, at least he's not gonna get any sneaky hits. And over there, so Revenants and Imps, obviously they're gonna do a lot of infighting. It doesn't make that much difference because there will be an Archvile, so he can resurrect anybody he likes. But the thing is, like, actually it does make a difference. Because if there are, like, couple dead Imps, and the Archvile resurrects them, you know, at least the dead corpses distract the guy. So actually I don't mind. So couple dead imps is still very nice. So these guys, oh crap. So you stay there and do not resurrect. You did resurrect. That's, yeah, skeleton. But whatever. I'm still alive. So yeah, that was definitely the toughest Archvile. But, you know, it could have gone way better, but it could have gone worse. And I have these anyways. So, I'm fine with that. There is a secret over there. I'm actually gonna go for it because I want backpack. So, over here. And over here. So, let's keep going. Mandatory progression over here. And if that guy gets too close to me, I'm just gonna run backwards. Okay. Okay, I'm actually gonna shoot at him anyways. Yes, very nice. So let's keep going. There are 3 specters over here. So the first one. I'm sorry, I really cannot see you. You have to come closer. Yes. The first one is down. Ouch. Second one and the third one is easy to see because he's over there. So now elemental. After that we actually will leave this mini labyrinth. So that is one way of exiting, but we're gonna go from here. This is a little bit easier. Maybe well, I have enough ammunition anyways, so let's just keep going. Spectre. And now, quite a few guys are here. So, gunners over there, then airborne enemies, Pacos, and 1 elemental over there. Spider over there, whatever. So, quite a few guys. And there is quite a little room, so I just hope that these guys don't come too close. And I don't want to move too much, because more I move, more I wake up these gunners. All of them are shotgunners, by the way. So, I'm gonna just camp over here. You can actually do the way that you wake up these guys and then drop down from there. That is totally possible. it's not even bad strategy, especially if you're like very much like a you know, not so good player, or if you're just trying this map for the first time. But the thing is, the reason why I don't like it is that it slows things down so much. Because then you kind of have to shoot those guys through these openings. And if they just hover over here and do nothing, it just, it's, it's a little bit lame, but not like terrible or anything. And the Mankibai, you please join the party, and those Mankibai are absolutely gonna destroy these Revenants if they come here, especially if they come here as a duo. It's usually the case that, you know, one Mancubi can almost kill all of those Revenants. But two Mancubi, it's just overpower almost. So, one Revenant, no, two Revenants. I cannot, okay, yeah, there. Okay, some infighting. Some infighting, please. Oh, come on. I'm sure you can. Okay, where are those? Okay, this is... Usually they are so freaking fast. Okay, whatever, now they started going. Okay, yeah, both Mankibai are dead, although one of them has to be very weak. It doesn't make too much difference for me, because ammunition really isn't a problem anymore. Okay, yeah, that guy was one hit kill. So, I know that my armor looks very terrible, but don't worry about it. We're gonna get help soon. So, let's keep going over here. Yeah, by the way, this map really gives that thigh flesh consumed style, like E4, M7 maybe the most. You know, the Doctor Sleep map. Yeah, by the way, Archvile incoming, so if those corpses are pretty much over here, that's kinda good, because the Archvile is in that corner, so... Okay, very nice, and now you... Okay, I think, yes, and another Archvile, and now you have to act quick, so if you want to go towards that guy, you really have to attack him right away. I didn't have enough time, and, you know, he revived two Hell Knights, but as I said, I really don't have any trouble with ammunition anymore, so I really don't care. Okay, he revived that Kako as well, but anyway, I will not run out of ammunition at all. And once again, like, these kind of stuff, for me, might absolutely destroy my run. If I hadn't been so conservative, basically entire this run, like during this run. So, you're probably revived as well, so not happy to see you at all. There will be a couple of pinkies over here, but they will be here later. I don't know what's the deal. Why are they teleporting in? It's kind of weird. I think the reason is that they are probably placed there so that if you backtrack, you know, you can get a little bit of opposition or something like that. But once again, you can save so much ammunition when you're punching out these guys. So, I'm not concerned at all. And here, this is one of the rooms that absolutely destroyed my first runs, like 1 or 2 years ago when I practiced this map. So here will be like 10 revenants or something, but this door will be locked, so you cannot open it from inside. So what you can do is that you trigger the fight going over there. So you can hop out from the window and then run over there. You take a little bit of damage from the damaging floor, who cares? But what you can also do is running over here. And if you miss this door, that's fine. As I said, you can pop out from the window. Oh! But of course, this is way, way easier. Yeah, of course, I guess there's a third way of doing it, which is just fighting these guys head on. I have done it a couple times, and I gotta say that it's quite rough, and in many cases, it takes all of my plasma, so it's super lame. Oh, that is super lame as well. But yeah. It's not impossible, but it's not very reliable for people in my skill level. So I try to show the easiest way of doing it, and in my opinion, hands down the easiest way is to keep this door open. That was probably the last guy, and right now I recommend collecting absolutely everything what you might need. And here is also one moment when you can see, yes, as I said, I don't know what's the deal with these guys. There is like 1 or 2 pinkies just running there, just for no understandable reason. So I guess those pinkies are kind of weirdos, but well, whatever. They are Doom enemies, so Doom enemies are weird. So, here, very, very important thing. So there is an untagged secret over here. So going over here, this armor is, I would say that this is basically a lifesaver. It's, in my playthroughs, relatively rare that I would have any of that original armor left anymore. So, this is basically the only armor what I can get for the final fight. And yes, there is only 10 enemies, but I can swear to you they are kind of tough guys. So, I think we are done. So now we can, well, I probably have saved like a little bit of ammo somewhere, but whatever, let's just keep going. The final fight, and this is a nail biter to some degree. So, yeah, we have collected probably everything from here. And as I said, if those revenants get alerted here, ooh, I cannot run away. So yeah, this is quite rough. Anyway, now, no, we're not going over there. We're going backwards. So this will save us. And this is quite a rough fight. So 2 cybers, and if you can clear these guys without invulnerability, that is very impressive. I could never do that. Or maybe I could do it if I run away, but like fighting these guys, no way. I cannot do it. Or then it would be like 1 out of 100, so I would just roll the dice and just spend the entire day. And I love this map, but I'm not gonna fight or do this fight hundreds of times so that I can get that 1 out of 100 run. So yeah, this is quite a thing, and there is technically possibility, actually I cannot. Yeah, you can to some degree run away, but that is kind of survival thing. So yes, you survive, but that is like absolute lamest thing. So you can run over there, but then you're stuck on that platform where there are a couple of pinkies, and you basically have to rocket those guys down. I have done it a couple times, and it is awful. It is absolutely terrible. And I gotta say that I'm not sure how much do I like this fight anyways. So let's say that you're clearing um this fight with invuln, and the rocket blasts you over here. Okay, well that's kinda rough, but no worries. I can just run backwards. Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Cybers are shooting there. Wait a minute. What am I gonna do now? Those cybers are attacking me. I have absolutely no way of getting out from here. I cannot go over there. Uh, I'm immediately stuck there. So I don't know. I don't care for it that much. So this is basically the thing that if you fall, I don't suggest taking the teleporter if the cybers are alive. So you can teleport over there, but I could never ever go back past those cybers. Anyway, that was a very long explanation. My apologies for that. But this is wonderful map. I really enjoy this, but I gotta say, when I was playing this for the first time and second time in the first evening, I had I had so much tough time, and this is the main reason why I'm doing these videos, because these strategies um, have upgraded my experience. So I really like this map. This is one of those maps that really reward practicing, at least for weak players such as myself. But we are done. That's it.